What's going on, YouTubers? It's the Natural Born Thriller, and welcome everyone to the full results of the WWE Superstar Shake-Up, aka the WWE Draft, or some would say at the time, the WWE Draft Lottery. I mean, if you want to call it a draft lottery, but based on how they did it, no. But yeah, not only I will give you the full results of the Superstar Shake-Up where it pertains to Raw and SmackDown, but also for NXT, NXT UK, and 205 Live. The full results of SmackDown stars going to Raw for the Raw Superstar Shake-Up from Night 1. Cedric Alexander from 205 Live, Eric Young from SmackDown, Lacey Evans from NXT / don't know what to do with her yet. EC3 from NXT / don't know what to do with him yet. Naomi from SmackDown, Jimmy and Jay the Usos from SmackDown, Rey Mysterio Jr. from SmackDown, Andrade Cien Almas and Selena Vega from SmackDown. Formerly known as the Warriors, also known as formerly known as the Viking Experience, the Viking Raiders. I'll get to more of that later. But from NXT and still the current NXT Tag Team Champions. Aleister Black from NXT and don't know what to do with him yet. Ricochet from NXT and don't know what to do with him yet either. The Miz from SmackDown. And finally, the biggest acquisition for Raw, AJ Styles from SmackDown. And I'll get to more about my thoughts about the moves for these superstars going to Raw. And now let's get to the Raw superstars that went to SmackDown for the SmackDown's portion of the Superstar Shake-Up from Night 2. Mickie James from Raw, Apollo Crews from Raw, Jack Gable from Raw, Liv Morgan from Raw, Buddy Murphy from 205 Live, Lars Sullivan from NXT, and at the time didn't know what to do with him because he was around because of his anxiety attack that he had. Kairi Sane from NXT, Ember Moon from Raw, Bayley from Raw, WWE Intercontinental Champion Finn Balor from Raw. The biggest acquisition in SmackDown history, Elias. And then the real biggest acquisition in SmackDown history, Roman Reigns. I'll get to more of the full results of it once I get to it immediately. Before I get to 205 Live, NXT, and NXT UK, let's get right back to, for those who are still on Monday Night Raw, and for those that move to Monday Night Raw. AJ Styles, who's done all he can on SmackDown. What pertains to him being WWE Champion, for him being United States Champion, for having the longest reigning championship, what pertains to the main WWE Championship title. In SmackDown history, beating JBL, and for being the guy who always say that this is SmackDown Live, the house that AJ Styles built, who's now moved out of SmackDown Live to go to Monday Night Raw, just a new home for him, to say that with, I guess he'll probably say now, this is Monday Night Raw, the house that AJ Styles built. We'll see how that turns out. But how far is AJ Styles going to go for being on Monday Night Raw? Only time will tell. I would love to see AJ Styles be a top one of the main top guys on Raw next to Seth Rollins. Hopefully he could be the one to dethrone Seth Rollins, to save us all from his boring ass promos. So, but yeah, that's AJ Styles for you. Akam from AOP, who is still out of injury. Also, you have Razor, who's still there as well. We don't know what to do with Razor at this point, but it's whatever. Baron Corbin still on Raw. whatever. Bobby Lashley still on Raw. No to say about that one, but Braun Strowman still on Raw after winning the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal. Let's see how far they go with Braun Strowman. Hopefully, they'll do something with him this time, but I doubt that. No word about Bray Wyatt, where he's going to be on either Raw or SmackDown based on his new character, which I'll do that Raw review when I get a chance to do it. I'll let you know how I feel about the character that they did with him, basically a repackage of Bray Wyatt. But yeah, Bray Wyatt, don't know if he's going to be either on Raw or SmackDown. But I think with his character, it should be suited on Raw because this man, this is obviously a this man idea to give Bray Wyatt a repackage. So, but again, I'll get to more of that when I do the Raw review of portion of it. Brock Lesnar, which is weird because I thought he wasn't there anymore, but better wait and see if he's still there. And I'm gonna get his name out right now, Paul Heyman. But let's see if Brock Lesnar is gonna stay on Raw based on SmackDown is gonna be moving to Fox in the fall. Cedric Alexander, he ain't gonna be doing much on Raw, folks. Other than having good matches, that's all he's gonna do. But other than that, he's not gonna go any further. I would love to see him be United champion, but I doubt they'll have him be Universal champion. So much for that. Cesaro, he's gonna be another guy who's going to pull off some good matches too, but not much for Cesaro to do as well. If they want to do something with him, they could have done something with him years ago, back in 2014, but they didn't. So, don't get your hopes up for Cesaro, folks. He ain't going nowhere, unfortunately. Unless his contract runs out. So, and basically that's the end of the bar. Now he's still doing the whole bar thing with the dominator thing. So he's basically doing the whole, I'm the one-man bar because I don't just set the bar, I am the bar. I'm not saying he's saying that, but I'm just saying that's how I pick it up, as it was. Zack Ryder and Kurt Hawkins, the Raw Tag Team Champions. And yeah, that's just not much to say about that. We'll see how the reigns last. Dash, Wilder, and Scott Dawson of the Revival. They're just gonna pack it in and do their jobs until their contract runs out, which is next year. So we'll see how far they go with the Revival after burying them again. Dolph Ziggler, no word of what's going on with Dolph Ziggler, but I don't care. Moving on. Drew McIntyre. Drew McIntyre should be the guy to be feuding with Seth Rollins and everything, and should be a threat on Raw. Be a big name, but based on how they've been booking him, I don't see it. But I mean, he's giving his all. I'll say that Drew McIntyre is giving his all, but I don't see how they're gonna further Drew McIntyre's career on Raw. In my opinion, he should have went to SmackDown. And the same thing with Braun Strowman. He should have went on SmackDown as well. But I'll get to more about that part when I get to SmackDown. EC3, Ethan Carter III, or he should change his name to ECB, Ethan Carter the Burial, or ECD, Ethan Carter the Dead, because his career in WWE is dead. I don't see him going anywhere in WWE based on how they've been treating him since moving on to their main roster and not doing shit with him at all. And it's a damn shame. It really is a damn shame. He pissed someone off backstage. That's the word I'm hearing about what he did. Eric Young, he's going to be a jobber, enhancement talent to put guys over. He's going to put up some good matches just to make whoever they, anyone WWE has in lineup to for Eric Young to make them look good. So he's gonna be a heel, and he's not gonna be anything on Raw too. So oh yeah, Eric and Ivar, or Ivar, whichever you want to say. Eric is Rowe, Hanson is Ivar, whichever name they go by. But formerly known as the War Raiders, formerly known as the Viking Experience, and now being called the Viking Raiders. And pretty soon they probably will change it back they'll change it to another name. like like either the Viking Titans, the Viking Warriors, the Viking people, the Viking guys of wherever they want to say, this is gonna be a running theme basically. I don't know if it is or not, but it's gonna be the running theme. But the fact is, WWE realized how stupid it was that calling the Viking experience was a bad idea to go by. Especially when we have someone like the Road Dogg Jesse James, running into the defense of WWE by saying names don't matter. Well, how stupid you look now, Road Dogg, after Vince McMahon decided to go for the name changing a week later. But Road Dogg said that names don't matter. Yeah, sure. Because Rhodey was going to go somewhere back in the 90s, or the Double J Jesse James, the real singer of the song of I cannot wait to be alone with my baby tonight, was going to go somewhere, right? Even or even better, Rockabilly was going to go somewhere back in the 90s. But names don't matter, right? The same Road Dogg that couldn't take this man's shit anymore, and he decided to step down as the head writer of SmackDown. And yeah, here he is, come to the defense of this man's stupid shit. But besides that, Eric, Ivar, which one I prefer as? I think it's Ivar. I don't know what they go. I don't know, but they're called the Viking Raiders now, and they're still the NXT Tag Team Champions. And all I can say, either way, but besides the name changing, which it was ridiculous anyways, but I'm happy for these guys. They deserve to be on the main roster. But the whole Viking experience thing is not going anywhere, folks, because the Doors hammer move that they always do, the pop, where Roll pops up his opponent to Hanson catches him and to go for a power slam, is now called the Viking experience. So we can't get away from the name of Viking experience where it pertains to having the names for them. Now they move away from that and decide to give them as the wrestling moves name instead. But yeah, but they're on Raw now, so, and they're going to become the future Raw Tag Team Champions, obviously. That's what they're setting up for. Fandango, still out of injury from the shoulder injury. Don't care. Moving on. Let me get these guys out of the way. Grand Metalik, Kalisto, and Lindsay Dorado, the Loser Trash Party. Moving on. The tag team of Heath Slater and Rhino. Yeah, moving on too. Nothing to say about that. Jimmy and Jay, the Usos. Now, that's good that they moved from SmackDown to Raw, because there's nothing else for them to do on SmackDown anymore. They already done everything they can. They were repackaged on SmackDown when they move away from colorful ring attires and face paints and everything, and then they became guys looking like they're from the ghetto and everything, which it does fit them too, no. And basically they're like they. Some people are saying they were the knockoff of the Briscoes from Ring of Honor, which is a good comparison for the Usos, because the whole day one-ish thing and everything. Line them up, knock them down, all that, and then they come up with their own things, because they got their repackage of their characters over, by Welcome to the Usos Penitentiary and everything, and now they're gonna do it on Raw here, and they're gonna shake things up for the SmackDown division on Raw. Hopefully, that's the case, and well. Obviously, with those two, with the Usos, yeah, obviously it is. Especially with them signing a new deal with WWE. So, I do see them becoming tag team champions down the line. Raw tag team champions. Like I said before, they were doing all they can on SmackDown, becoming tag team champions on SmackDown, and especially with a few with them against New Day back in 2017. One of the biggest feud they did. Even though despite how I feel about the New Day, that was one of the hottest feuds in SmackDown Live history from 2017. So, and there you go. Connor and Victor, let me just get them out of the way. The Trash Ascension. Moving on. Leo Rush, who's still the manager of Bobby Lashley. There's word that he's causing some major heat backstage, and he did acknowledge that. I don't know what's going to mean to him, what pertains to him being manager of Bobby Lashley. But this is not good for Bobby Lashley, because he's got Leo Rush on his side and everything, and how WWE is when it pertains to someone causing commotion. No matter it didn't mean to do it, or they did do it on purpose, or not all that. That person suffers at the end of the day too, which is so stupid that WWE does that. But yeah, there you go. But Leo Rush, in my opinion, he should be going back to his 205 Live, because I think it's a shame that he never became Cruiserweight champion on 205 Live. With the whole repackage of him, where he's the man of the hour, and I forgot about his other thing that he said. Yeah, he comes to collect and everything. He's they're pushing like he was a big deal on 205 Live, and now he's nothing. He's just a manager of Bobby Lashley. Whatever. The Miz, no longer on SmackDown, going to Raw. Reason why is because The Miz will be him being on Raw, and Raw still be signed with USA Network, especially with The Miz reality TV show with his wife Maurice and his family, Miz and Mrs. It's in my opinion, that's why they decided to move the Miz from SmackDown to Raw, because SmackDown is not gonna be on USA Network anymore. It's gonna be on Fox come this fall. So. And on top of that, Miz and Mrs. airs on the Tuesday after SmackDown. The new season basically they did. So yeah, the Miz is on Raw now, and we'll see how far the Miz goes as a babyface on Raw. Mojo Rawley, who's still talking himself to a mirror, and moving on. So lame Jose, so trash Jose. And then hear him that he wants to be part of the member of the New Day. Well, it ain't gonna happen anyway, because he's on Raw now, still on Raw basically. But let's say if he was, then I'll be going by the name of So Gay Jose. So yeah, you already know how I feel about him. He's trash. Moving on. Rey Mysterio Jr. is on Raw. Booyaka booyaka. Nothing to say about that, folks. Mysterio. It's whatever. It's whatever. I got nothing to say about that. I love Mysterio Jr. and everything. But to be honest with you, what's he gonna do? Is he become the next United States champion? Well, I think he is. Based on who's on there as well. But I'll get to that person later. Ricochet, who's on his own. Now, when I did the results of Raw stars being on Raw, for the superstars that went to Raw. There was a change of plans. Ricochet, being a singles wrestler now, and no longer a tag team with Aleister Black, which means Aleister Black is no longer on Raw. But I'll get to that when I get to the SmackDown portion. But yeah, Ricochet is on Raw. He's gonna be the highlight, and yeah, there you go. Bobby Roode, who is now being called Robert Roode, back when he was called Robert Roode in TNA Wrestling. For a little bit, and then they decided to just go with Bobby Roode, which I thought was not a right call. But either way, don't matter. We all know who Bobby Roode is. The it factor of professional wrestling. It pays to be rude. But I'm glad that WWE decided to go with his name, Robert Roode. I'll get to more of that when I get to the Raw review, when I get a chance to do that. But yeah, it's good that they call him by Robert Roode, because I always enjoy him being called Robert Roode. Not just because it's my name, but still, but because I could call him by double R. And then when we're saying to him doing the Spine Buster, you know how R. Anderson, who's called double A, and then you always hear Jim Ross at the time with potential Triple H doing the Spine Buster. You always hear Jim Ross always saying the double A Spine Buster. When Robert Roode was in TNA, I always call his Spine Buster the double R Spine Buster. So I'll be happy to say the double R Spine Buster again on what pertains to Bobby Roode's matches, and he's still doing the whole glorious character thing, and he's got a mustache. He's basically the son of Rick Rude, if you want to do that comparison. But there you go. Robert Roode is his name. Sami Zayn is on Raw. And yeah. Nothing to say about Sami Zayn. Other than his heel stick, I think he's doing a good job at that. And nothing to say about that. Samoa Joe, the WWE United States Champion. Now, he was supposed to be moving to Raw. for the whole Superstar Shake-Up, but unfortunately he got sick. So, and on top of that, some stars that couldn't make it to Raw, they were having some travel issues at the time. So Samoa Joe is one of those guys that did end up going to Raw because Finn Balor is on SmackDown with the Intercontinental Championship. So Samoa Joe is back on Raw, and he's the United States Champion. And I see a feud continuing between Rey Mysterio Jr. and Samoa Joe for the United States Championship. But we'll see how that turns out. But yeah, Samoa Joe, as far as him being on Raw, doesn't matter to me. Samoa Joe is still the same guy who always cuts intense promos. Remember when I talk about Samoa Joe, when he cuts a promo, you listen, you pay attention to him, because he's always on his A game when it pertains to his promos, and he's also on his A game too when it pertains to his matches. So we'll see how Samoa Joe is treated on Raw. Like, you know, I mean, we've seen him on Raw before, but still, we'll see the second time around with him being treated on Raw. Oh, here we go. The Architect, the Kingslayer, the Beast Slayer, the Universal Champion, Seth Rollins, who loves to burn it down with my monotone voice, because I can't cut an exciting promo to save my own life. Yeah, Seth freaking Rollins. Obviously he's gonna stay on Raw, folks, because he's the Universal Champion. The Universal Championship title belongs to Raw because of the strap is red, which looks like you know, I still think it's the ugly belt. Some people got used to it, but guess what? I still haven't got used to it. It's still ugly as fuck. But yeah, Seth Rollins, there you go. Moving on. Titus O'Neil, yeah, moving on. And Tyler Breeze, and there you go, moving on. To the women's now, from Raw. Alexa Bliss is still on Raw, which means we're going to still have more of this Moment of Bliss, and whenever they decide to have her wrestle, because she doesn't wrestle that much anyways, because they don't know what's going on with her. They say some say it was a concussion and blah blah blah, whatever. But yeah, Alexa Bliss, she's still on Raw, so she's basically just a character on Raw now. Alicia Fox, she came back, by the way. She looks healthy. Just saying. Somebody may know about the whole situation, but I'll get to more of that when I do the Raw review when we see Alicia Fox returning. Beth Phoenix, basically she's still there. I guess we'll see her pretty soon. I don't know. It depends. Dana Brooke, Lacey Evans. You know, the sassy Son of Belle, Lacey Evans, who has a beautiful long blonde hair, beautiful blue eyes, and a cherry pie lipstick, who is American woman, to say the least, and a former drill sergeant. She's a mother. She's married. She's all that Vince McMahon loves, and Kevin Dunn. And don't be shocked, folks, when you see her becoming the next Raw Women's Champion, because they need a lady with class to be a Raw Women's Champion, and she's gonna do it with the women's right. So there you go. Naomi. With Naomi being on Raw now, Raw is going to feel the glow, which means it's going to be Monday Night Glow, and Raw is glow, and it's retarded. I'm not saying that's what they're going to go with, but I wouldn't be shocked if they do that. Natalya. Yeah. Let's see about Natalya. You know, is she going to be a Raw Women's Champion in the future? No. I'll be shocked if they do have her beat the champion sometime later on, but we'll see. Nia Jax, huh? Yeah, Nia Jax is still there, but unfortunately she's gonna be gone for the rest of the year because she just had knee surgeries from both of her knees, basically. So, we probably won't see her returning until maybe next year, maybe after Royal Rumble. It depends of how long she's gonna be gone, but I do wish her the best of you know, the best wishes, best of luck of her recovery. So hopefully some people will hopefully mean, you know, this means that she's gonna lose weight. I doubt that. I think she's gonna get more big, and then you could really say that she's not like most girls. Ronda Rousey, she's gone for a hand surgery, which it was a successful hand surgery, and also she could be gone where it pertains to her starting her family. So don't be shocked we won't see her again until next year. Excuse me. Ruby Riott. Ruby Riott, she should be Raw Women's Champion sometime this year. I doubt that. She's probably going to be just a jobber and enhancement talent for the women's division, which is a damn shame. Because she's a good talker, a good wrestler. I think she's got a good personality. They're just not going all out with her yet. And with Ruby Riott being there, there's I just want to know now, there's no more authorized squad. But with that being said, Sir Logan, who's still on Raw, I hear rumors that she's going to be moved back to NXT. In my opinion, she should be along with with Eric and Ivar, the Viking Raiders, because she's married to Ro, who is Eric right now, and I think she should be the manager. You should have a faction of the Viking Raiders with her being involved. So whatever they do with her, it's up to them. If they want to have her back on NXT, fine, whatever. Should be treated better anyways on NXT anyways, and should be developed more as well. So we'll see. Sasha Banks, no word what's going on with Sasha Banks. I'm hearing that she's not gonna come back anyways. But if she does come back, she probably will come back during maybe around Money in the Bank, or maybe sometime later on when they said that when they do work out some kind of negotiation with Sasha Banks to convince her to come back and everything. To have her turn heel, maybe on Bailey, whatever. But we'll see. But I doubt that Sasha Banks will come back anyways, folks. I think she's done. She's had enough of WWE's bullshit, and I don't blame her. And finally, Tamina Snuka, who's not going to do much on Raw anyways, folks. And then I also say this, Maurice, whenever she does come back, but pertains to being there with the Miz. And that was all the stars from Raw. That basically, for those that moved to Raw, that was the full results of the Raw Superstar Shake-Up. And there you go. And let's see if Raw is being a better show with these new faces on that Raw. And now let's get to the superstars that went to SmackDown. We got Aiden English, even though he's not there that much anyways because he's on 205 Live as a commentator. So there you go. Mustafa Ali, still on SmackDown, and he's going to be the type of guy to have some great matches on SmackDown, basically, because he is the heart of 205 Live, with his great matches on 205 Live, and he's going to propose some great matches for SmackDown Live as well. Aleister Black has been moved from Raw to SmackDown, so Aleister Black is on his own, and there's a reason why because of that too. Fox is very restrictive to WWE because there's not enough stars on SmackDown. And another thing that I heard about too is because of the move of someone that was moved back to SmackDown as well. But Aleister Black is on his own, which is good. He needs to be on his own. So Aleister Black, I don't know what direction they're going with Aleister Black, with him being a singles wrestler, but it should be good, especially with represents to SmackDown. And I do see him going places on SmackDown. And then pretty soon, whenever they do the next Superstar Shake-Up, he'll go to Raw next year, and he'll be developed on there to wherever they'll also do with him from there too. So, but we'll see what they do with Aleister Black here. And now we get to our next person that was on Raw, but then he was moved back to SmackDown because Fox was very restrictive to WWE. That there's not enough stars on SmackDown, and especially when it pertains to not enough Latino stars on SmackDown, which is Andrade Cien Almas and Selena Vega moving back to SmackDown. And there's no reason why too. Charlotte Flair was not happy about Andrade Cien Almas going to Raw because Charlotte Flair and Andrade Cien Almas are now engaged. Even though they met about 3 months ago, I'm assuming. But okay, I guess they fall in love that quickly, But yeah. So basically, Charlotte Flair, she's going by the name of the Queen for a good reason, because she always gets what she wants, and she got Andrade Cien Almas back on SmackDown. But again, with pertains to Fox 2 as well, it won't surprise me if someone else goes to SmackDown as well. Some new faces goes to SmackDown because because Fox is being very strict to WWE or pertains to that's not enough stars, and that's the reason why too, because you got a 3-hour show of Raw that needs a lot more stars on Raw. Which, by the way, even when they do have a lot of stars on Raw, they don't use them that much anyways. And then you got SmackDown, that's a 2-hour show that you can't have too much stars on SmackDown, because you're not gonna be able to have much to do with them. But at the same time, it's bullshit too. Either way, it's bullshit. Either way, folks. Until each portion, but Fox, they need to be more stricter to them to show more stars on SmackDown. Stop, stop having them be in catering. Stop having them, stop having them show up and then not doing anything with them, and do something with them. Just matter if and also it's gonna be more, and they also gonna be more strict on the WWE pertains to SmackDown being more of a sport, not any stupid shit like what New Day's doing. So hopefully SmackDown does goes to a new direction because that once they move to Fox. But for now, WWE's gonna milk this whole thing of doing these dumb skits with New Day and other skits that's gonna be stupid too as well. But yeah, so Andrade Cien Almas and Selena Vega are back on SmackDown, and in a way, it's disappointing because I was excited for Andrade Cien Almas being on Raw along with Selena Vega. He started winning a match on Raw against obviously with Finn Balor, and I guess that's why that's another reason why too. Because they want to continue the feud as well with Finn Balor and Andrade Cien Almas, where Andrade's going to get a future Intercontinental Championship title match. We'll see how that turns out. But other than that, I'm looking forward to see how that turns out too. But yeah, Andrade Cien Almas and Selena Vega are back on SmackDown. Apollo Crews on SmackDown. Second time around, I doubt he's gonna do anything. And speaking of which, let me get to this tweet from a fan to Apollo Crews, because this fan is a fan of Apollo Crews. You're gonna get kicked out this one, folks. Just give me one moment. There we go. So, Apollo Crews was tweeted to his fan, who called himself at WWE Fat Troys, and he wrote to Apollo Crews, said, "Bro, when are you gonna be all business? This isn't the Apollo Crews I signed up to see." Apollo Crews replies by saying, "Always about my business. Don't don't ever get that twisted. Some things are out of my control." And it was just a tweet that a fan's opinion. It was nothing disrespectful. It was nothing to rub anyone the wrong way. But apparently it rubbed someone the wrong way, which I'm gonna get to right now. And that person was Scott Armstrong, who is with the company. And he replied by saying, "And now you know why I already blocked that dude." And then a fan replied, who goes by just an opinion. He says, "Block for an opinion?" ? And he puts, "Fans are allowed opinions, right?" ? And then Scott Armstrong replied by saying, "Always. I appreciate their opinions, but disrespect gets blocked." And then the fan replied by saying, "Understandable." But he said the tweet was disrespectful. Let me read that tweet again. From WWE Fat Troys. "Bro, when are you gonna be all business? This isn't the Apollo Crews I signed up to see." Where in this tweet is disrespectful to Apollo Crews? How was this tweet disrespectful in any certain way from according to Scott Armstrong? I guess it must run in the family with Roldo, Jesse James, Brian Armstrong, and then got Scott Armstrong. going at the fans for their opinions, and then you block them. How was this opinion tweet from his fan was disrespectful? Was it the word bro? What so the word bro is very disrespectful? Really? Wow. Bullet Bob Armstrong must raise some great kids. To got the fans for attacking for them for their own opinions. That was nothing but respect, and wanted to see their favorites to meet something in WWE. And props to Apollo Crews for again for replying that tweet by saying, "Always about my business. Don't get it twisted. I mean, don't get that twisted. Some things are out of my control." You know, it's not like Apollo Crews was the guy who was offended and he blocked him. No, it was Scott Armstrong who was offended and blocked this person. You know what, Scott Armstrong? Let me unfollow you. And let me also block Scott Armstrong. I think I also have Road Dogg blocked too. Yeah, he loves kissing that WWE ass. You know, he couldn't rush to to the defense of the WWE. You know, for the way the WWE's been booking Apollo Crews, just to go to a fan's opinion, just to have a respectful opinion. Yeah, so there we go. Scott Armstrong is blocked on Twitter from me. And again, I don't remember if I also blocked Rodo too, but I know one thing, I'm not following him either. But there you go, folks. So we'll see what happens. Let's see what happens with Apollo Crews for SmackDown. Second time around. Hopefully they will do something with him after that tweet. Because again, it's not under his control. It's under the WWE's control about his booking, which is bullshit too, by the way. This is why Matt Hardy, the walking character, didn't work in WWE, because Matt Hardy didn't have full control. But you got fans coming after me. Yeah, oh no, he does have control. No, he's having control. This man is proved it. Yeah, how stupid looking now. Again, it's just WWE we're talking about here. But no, people don't want to listen to me. But you know what? What do I know? I'm just a wrestling fan who just watches wrestling, and I just can't give my opinion about it. I'm just the type of guy who just craps on anything that WWE does, right? Anyways, Big E, he's out of injury. Good. I'm not wishing injury on him, but but at the same time, I want this new day to end already. Big Show. Moving on. Bo Dallas and Curtis Axel, the B team. Now they're on SmackDown. Moving on. Buddy Murphy, who's on SmackDown, good. I would prefer Raw. I think he would have done wonders on Raw, but with him being on SmackDown, I think it's gonna be good too. And soaring down the line, I would love to see Buddy Murphy versus Mustafa Ali, Finn Balor, Andrade Cien Almas. Whoever on Buddy Murphy, they could put Buddy Murphy in the ring with. Even for Chad Gable. Speaking of, so I'm looking forward for Buddy Murphy on SmackDown. And speaking of the person I just named, Chad Gable, who's on SmackDown. And I'll get to more of that when I do the Raw review, where it pertains to what Robert Roode said about Chad Gable going to SmackDown, and with him being on his own. Daniel Bryan, no word about what's going on with Daniel Bryan yet. Some say he's injured, he's got a concussion, or something like that. We don't know what's going on with him, but hey, I got what I wanted for Daniel Bryan. The WWE Championship title run that I always wanted, even though he was it was not exactly what I wanted. With pertains to him being a heel. With him being basically the one I wanted to see was him being a face, but with him being a heel, it was entertaining at the same time. Him being changing the belt, and he's the planet's champion. He's all about the environment and everything of Earth and everything. It was entertaining. Some people may say, oh, this is dumb. But he made it work. He got you annoyed. He made you change the channel. He made you still watch. Daniel Bryan made it work. So Daniel Bryan is still on a SmackDown. Now, no word about what his injury is yet, but hopefully we'll hear more about it well, as it comes. Elias, we'll see what they do with Elias. Maybe he'll get a better run on SmackDown than he ever did on Raw. Not saying he didn't have a good run on Raw. He got the fans on the palm of his hands on Raw, and he's going to try to do the same thing with SmackDown. So we'll see how the different playing field happens with Elias on SmackDown. Epico and Primo, the Colognes. Moving on. They're catering for life. Finn Balor, the Intercontinental Champion. Look forward for Finn Balor to be treated better on SmackDown than he ever was on Raw. Just saying. There you go. And with him being on Raw, we could see the Blue Demon. I love Finn Balor meant to say the Blue Man. I don't know how I got that out of the way. Luke Harper on SmackDown, and don't get used to Luke Harper doing anything, folks, because he asked for his release. He did it in a polite way. He even tweeted in a polite way, not being disgruntled and everything. But WWE not only did they not request his release, but they added 6 more months of his contract. So basically, he won't be gone from WWE until next year. Which may and I heard reports that he was supposed his contract was supposed to be was supposed to run out on November, but because he requested his release and everything, and also on top of that, they had plans for him too as well. He was supposed to be on Raw, but then they decided to not change him on Raw. The rumor was it was going to be Sami Zayn and Luke Harper in the feud. So Luke Harper ruined that one by requesting his release and then tweeting that on Twitter about his opinion and his thoughts about everything. And then WWE decided not to give him the release and add 6 more months on his contract, which I hate when WWE does that shit. If someone doesn't want to be there, just let him go. Like Sasha Banks, she doesn't want to be there anymore, so let her go. So it's ridiculous that Luke Harper is still going to be with WWE for next year, even though he doesn't want him to be there anymore because they're not doing anything with him. So it's a damn shame that Luke Harper is going to be a slave for this company for another year. But hopefully they'll do something with him. Jeff and Matt Hardy, the Hardy Boys, the SmackDown Tag Team Champions. There's word that Jeff Hardy is injured. Hopefully it's not too serious, which is why we didn't see Jeff Hardy this past. Well, I wouldn't say this past. Which is why we didn't see Jeff Hardy that much on SmackDown with Matt Hardy. So, we'll see what happens with that. Jinder Mahal with the Sin Brothers. Oh my god. I wouldn't be shocked if Jinder Mahal ends up feuding with Kofi Kingston for the WWE Championship title after Kevin Owens, which I'll get to more of that when I do the SmackDown review as well. But yeah, don't get so the modern day Treasure Raja is back on SmackDown. The Good Brothers, Carl Anderson, Luke Ellis on SmackDown, but don't get used to seeing them, folks, because they're gonna be gone anyways come September. WWE is not gonna put them on TV. They're gonna have any live events and everything because they refuse to resign. Whatever. Kevin Owens. Based on what they did with Kevin Owens, I'll talk more of that when I do the SmackDown review of it. But Kevin Owens is still on SmackDown, which he's away from Sami Zayn, which is good, good. Keep them away from each other. Some fans want them to keep them away from each other. In my opinion, I don't care either way. But same time, Kevin Owens needs to be on his own, and we'll see what Kevin Owens does on his own. Where he was a babyface, but now he's a heel. But I'll get to more of that when I do the SmackDown review of it. Killian Dane on SmackDown, and as far as Alexander Wolf, I'll get to him later on. You'll find out about Alexander Wolf when I get to him. But yeah, Killian Dane's on SmackDown. Is he good? Are they gonna do something with Killian Dane? I don't know if they are or not, but we'll see. Kofi Kingston, the WWE champion. Hopefully, this whole New Day stick ends sometime. When Big E returns to turn heel on Kofi Kingston. And on top of that, and also let me get on this guy out of the way too. Xavier Woods, he's on SmackDown too as well. Because we gotta keep New Day together. So, I don't care what they do with Xavier Woods, and I really don't care. But All I do care about what they do with Kofi Kingston after they take him away from New Day. And then when Big E returns, maybe he'll come back and he'll turn heel on Kofi Kingston. We'll see how that turns out. I hope he does, because that'll be the end of New Day for good. Lars Sullivan, I think he should be on Raw, folks, in my opinion. And then you could have Braun Strowman on SmackDown. Give Braun Strowman a new start on SmackDown. And then you could have Lars Sullivan be the new monster on Raw. But nope, they had Sam Hampton on SmackDown instead. So yeah, we'll see what happens with Lars Sullivan on SmackDown, and then pretty soon he'll be fed to Roman. Caught that fist, man. Yeah, man, yeah. Shout out to the Deluxe Man, by the way. Otis and Tucker, Heavy Machinery. We'll see what they do with them. I don't know what to say about that. R-Truth on SmackDown. I guess he's gonna be feuding with Lars Sullivan, but I'll get to more on that when I do the SmackDown review. Randy Orton. Hopefully, will no more bright lights blind his eyes. He'll run out. We'll see what they do with Randy Orton on SmackDown. But I think he should have went to Raw in my opinion. But whatever. Roman Reigns, the big dog. Don't be shocked, folks, if you see Roman Reigns being WWE champion sometime down the line. So as far as Kofi Kingston's run, it's been a nice run. You had your moment, and it's going to end with cock that fist, man. Yeah, man, yeah. Roman Reigns. And you can believe that. I think it's good that he's away from Raw, because Roman Reigns has done a lot on Raw. There's nothing else for him to do on Raw anymore. So this is a new start for Roman Reigns. SmackDown is a good fit for Roman Reigns. Hopefully the Reigns don't go down because of that. Because the big dog, he chases reviews away. But we'll see. But I think Roman Reigns is gonna have a better booking on SmackDown than he ever did on Raw. Let's face it, Raw was a disaster for Roman Reigns. And we'll see how that turns around for Roman Reigns later on. Rowan. Don't know what they're gonna do with Rowan, with Danny Bryan being out. He's gonna be in catering. So there you go. Rusev. I don't know, Rusev's gonna be done with WWE. But for now they got him on SmackDown. Whatever. Sheamus. Sheamus is out on injury. Don't know what type of injury it is. Some say it's a concussion, I guess. I think it was a concussion. I don't remember what it was. But hopefully it's not because of the spinal cord. But there you go. But he'll be back. He'll be back though. So Sheamus is gonna be on his own on SmackDown. So yeah. Shelton Benjamin, because it's all about the Benjamins, baby. Not really. not the way they booked him. Shinsuke Nakamura. In my opinion, folks, I think Shinsuke Nakamura should leave WWE. I want him to be on SmackDown. I don't even want him to be on Raw. I don't want him to be in WWE anymore. Don't want him to go back to NXT. Don't want him to be on NXT UK. I want him gone from WWE, because WWE has fucked over Shinsuke Nakamura, the king of strong style, because of the way they've been booking him on the main roster. I want him gone from WWE, and he should be leaving WWE as well. Sometime this month, before this month ends, his contract is going to run out. Hopefully he resign, because if he did resign, I don't know what to say about Shinsuke Nakamura anymore. Hopefully he does. Hopefully he does leave. But I don't know. Sin Cara, he's out on injury, knee injury basically. So we'll see. Yeah, basically he's still on SmackDown. So not that it matters to anyone anyway. So, and that was the men's. Now let's get to the women's that are on SmackDown. Asuka still on SmackDown, which is I don't want her there anymore. She should not be on SmackDown anymore. She should not even go back to Raw. She should not even go back to NXT. She should just leave. And they got her pair up with Kairi Sane as a tag team duel, and being managed by Paige. I fucking hate that Paige is the manager of these two. Bullshit. But this is the best thing for Asuka. No more singles matches. Well, she'll have single matches though. But I'm just saying, no more single push. This could be a tag team push basically, with Kairi Sane. So, Bayley. She's not about hugs anymore, but they gotta do something different with Bayley's character. We'll see what happens with that one. And again, who knows what's going to happen with Sasha Banks when she comes back, if she does comes back. Becky Lynch, who's on SmackDown, who is both of the Raw and SmackDown Women's Champion. Becky 2 belts. And yeah, pretty soon Becky Lynch is going to lose that Raw Women's Championship belt to Lacey Evans, and then SmackDown Women's Championship belt will go to Charlotte Flair. I'll get to more that when I do the SmackDown review. But Becky Lynch is basically SmackDown bound, which I think she sure went to Raw. You know, because she's the hottest act right now. But I guess they want her to be on SmackDown because SmackDown is going to make me a more big deal with her on SmackDown, because SmackDown's going to be on Fox. So, Billie Kay and Peyton Royce, the Iconics, were the WWE Women's Tag Team Champions. Yep, and it is iconic. There you go. Carmella, who is the manager of R-Truth, who won the Women's WrestleMania Battle Royal, and then she lost to Charlotte Flair. Yeah, she's going places on SmackDown, folks. 7-second dance break, huh? Whatever. Charlotte Flair, still on SmackDown. Yeah. I got nothing to say about Charlotte Flair. Ember Moon, who's called the She-Nom. No, not the way you're acting. Not the way you're being booked. You're not the She-Nom. If anyone's a She-Nom, it's Rosemary, but she's also the Demon Assassin. But Ember Moon is the She-Nom. Not the way that she's been talking. Not the way that she's been cutting promos. Not the way that she's been acting, like I said. Not the way that she's been carrying herself. Not the way that she's been booked. No, Ember Moon is not the She-Nom. Lana managing Rusev and Shinsuke Nakamura. Because Lana is the best. Lana's number 1. Liv Morgan. There's no more Riot Squad. And this is why. Liv Morgan is now on SmackDown. And I'm hearing rumors that Liv Morgan's going to get some type of push on SmackDown now, with her being on her own. I don't know what that means. I don't know if it means if they're going to repackage her or whatever. But we'll see what happens with Liv Morgan on SmackDown. Mandy Rose and Sonya Deville. Fire and Desire. I see a few another line between Mandy Rose and Sonya Deville versus Asuka and Kairi Sane, representing to Paige and being in the middle of it. You know, especially with Paige being the manager or Kairi Sane and Asuka. So yeah, we'll see how it turns out. It's going to lead to the women's tag team. It's going to lead to the women's tag team championships either way. So yeah, Iconics, nice run for you. Your moment on Raw. I mean, not Raw. Yeah, Iconics had their run on. I mean, the moment. The Iconics had their moment on WrestleMania. It was great and everything, but now it all comes to an end against Asuka and Kairi Sane. And I think it's gonna happen on Money in the Bank. But we'll see. Somewhere down the line, it's gonna happen. Asuka and Kairi Sane are gonna be the next women's tag team champions, by being the Iconics. And yeah, and then it'll lead to Fire and Desire feud. So, which is, again, Sonya Deville and Mandy Rose. All right. Let me see. Anyone else before I move on? All right, that's it. And that was SmackDown. That was basically the SmackDown, the full result of SmackDown, what pertains to SmackDown Superstar Shake-Up. Now let's get to the full results of the superstars that are on 205 Live. For example, you got Akira Tozawa, Arya Daivari, D. Brian Kendrick, Drew Gulak, Gentleman Jack Gallagher, Humberto Carrillo, Mike Kanellis, along with his wife Maria Kanellis, Orny Lorcan, who is a new addition to the 205 Live brand, and finally, the WWE Cruiserweight Champion Tony Nese. And also, you still got your 205 Live General Manager Drake Madrick. So there you go. That was your. There you go, folks. That was short, wasn't it? For the full results of the 205 Live superstars that are the cruiserweights on 205 Live. And now let's get to the superstars who are on NXT. You got Adam Cole, baby, And let's get these guys out of the way too. Roderick Strong, Bobby Fish, and Kyle O'Reilly, the Undisputed Era. And that is undisputed. Also getting out of the way, Angelo Dawkins and Montel Ford, the Street Profits. Cesar Bononi, Danny Burch, Donovan Dijakovic. You got Wesley Blake, Steve Cutler, and Jackson Riker, the Forgotten Sons. You got the NXT champion, Johnny Gargano, Keith Lee, Conor Reeves, Kushida, Matt Riddle, Raul Mendoza. Oh, his name almost slipped out of me. Riddick Moss, Shane Thorne, Tino Sabatelli, who's out from a torn pec muscle. A torn pectoral muscle. I did how you pronounce it. Tommaso Ciampa is out of a neck fusion injury. The Velveteen Dream, who is the NXT North American champion. And that was the men. And also, let me get that my way. And also, the War Raiders, Hanson and Rowe on NXT, basically. So, who are still the NXT tag team champions. For the women's, Aliyah, Bianca Belair, Candice LeRae, Dakota Kai, who's out from a torn ACL. Deonna Purrazzo, who has yet to make her NXT debut. Io Shirai. Let me get them out of the way. Shayna Baszler, Jessica Menduke, and Maria Shafir, the 3 of the 4 horsewomen. And then represents Shayna Baszler, your NXT Women's Champion. Casey Catanzaro, Mia Yim, Tanara Conti, Vanessa Bourne, and Saya Lee. And they're your women's. And then you got your NXT General Manager, William Regal. And those are your superstars that are now NXT. Because we are NXT. And now let's get to the superstars that are part of NXT UK. For example, I was gonna say Alistair Wolf. No, I meant to say Alexander Wolf. So yes, Alexander Wolf, who was part of Sanity, who is now on NXT UK. Why is that? Because, let's be honest, the main roster didn't know what to do with him, and they wasn't going to do anything with him anyways. And I thought he was going to be one of those guys that was going to be released out of Sanity, where they were going to keep Eric Young somehow, to have him just be an enhancement talent to put guys over, to make the matches look good. And then with Killian Dane to get a push down the line, whatever they do with him. But then you got Alexander Wolf, where they don't see much of him. And he probably would have been those guys that would have been released. But instead, he went on Twitter. Alexander Wolf did. He went out on Twitter, and he tweeted at WWE goodbye or goodbye at WWE. And then he has to run up on NXT UK. And why do I have a problem with this? Because again, you can't say goodbye to a company in WWE if you're still working for the company that owns NXT UK. Now, I don't know if he was told to say that by WWE, but if WWE told him to tweet that, they're idiots. So I'm gonna try to give Alexander Wolf the benefit of the doubt there. Yeah, basically Alexander Wolf, I'm giving him the benefit of the doubt that he didn't tweet that, but that was stupid though for him to even tweet that in the first place. Goodbye WWE, even though you're still working for the company. Whatever. But besides that, yeah, Alexander Wolf is there, He's on NXT. I'll get to more about that when I do the NXT UK. I meant to say. I'll talk more about that where I get a chance to do the NXT UK review. Amir Jordan, and also bring him out of the way too. Kenny Williams, Ashton Smith, Dave Mastiff, Eddie Dennis, Fabian Eichner, and Marcel Bardell. Just want to get him out of the way too. Flash Morgan Webster and Mark Andrews. Want to get him out of the way too as well. Aja Dragulvon. I don't know who that is, and I don't think he's even appeared yet. I don't know. And now I'm going to get the NXT UK Tag Team Champions out of the way, which is Zach Gibson and James Drake, the grizzled young veterans who are, again, the WWE NXT UK Tag Team Champions, and soon to be recognized as to be looked at this as the most prestigious championship in WWE. Let me get these guys out of the way too. The Kofi brothers, Joe and Mark, and Wolfgang Gallus, because this is NXT UK is still their kingdom. Jordan Devlin. Joseph Connors, Cassius Ono, Ligero, Noam Dar, Pete Dunne, who's still on NXT UK, which is good. I didn't want to go to Raw. To be honest with you, I didn't want to go to Raw or SmackDown, period. I didn't want to go to the main roster anyways. He should stay on NXT UK because it's what's best. It's what's best for Pete Dunne. And on top of that, Pete Dunne is not done yet because he wants a rematch against Walter. Since he want some people were talking about what's next for Pete Dunne and everything. That's what's next for Pete Dunne. He still wants to end the feud with Walter. So yeah, so I'm glad Pete Dunne is still on NXT UK. He's safe for now. Speaking of also who else is safe for now as well. I'll get to her later. So yeah, Pete Dunne is going to stick around, and we'll see how that turns out too. Sam Gladwell, don't know who he is, but I guess we'll find out soon enough. Saxon Huxley, yep, and his partner, I forgot his name right. Oh yeah, Tyson T-Bone. Travis Banks. You got Trent Seven and Tyler Bate, Mustache Mountain. And you got the NXT United Kingdom Champion, Walter, who is not the guy. Wildborg. I think this. Wait a minute. Whatever the primate. Whatever. But Wildborg. He's going by the name Wildborg now. Michael Henchman. And finally, we get to the women's, because that was all the men's. And for the women's, you got Isla Dawn. You got Jazzy Garbert. Gabbert. I think that's how you pronounce her. Basically, it's the WWE name that they gave her anyways. But Jazzy Gabbett. And she was originally known as Alpha Female. And now she's all part of NXT UK, but she hasn't made her debut yet though. But yeah, anyways, Ginny, Kaylee Ray, Killer Kelly, yeah, Nia Samuels, where it pertains to it's the Nia Samuels show. Rhea Ripley. There's word that she's injured, but I haven't read anything much about her being injured. But whatever. But Rhea Ripley is also safe to go to the main roster, because I was hearing something about some fans and some rumors that she was going to be moving up to the main roster. But luckily she didn't. She's still there, and I'm glad. Because she's safe for now. I find this to be weird. For some reason, I don't see Piper Niven's name on here. But Piper Niven, we've seen her on NXT UK, so I'm gonna say her name anyways. Piper Niven. The NXT UK Women's Champion, Toni Storm, because it's Tony time. It's Tony time. And finally, Cyberbrooks side. I want to see more of Cyberbrooks side. You know. And finally, the general manager of NXT UK and the assistant to the general manager of NXT UK. You got, first of all, the GM, Johnny Saint, and the assistant of the general manager of NXT UK, Sis Scarlett. I meant to say. Sis Scarlett missed wrestle, but I think he may have suffered a concussion at one point, and then that's why they decided to have him be this have this role instead. So there you go. And that's it for the superstars that are now basically the whole list of the rest of NXT UK. And there you go, folks. That's the full results for the WWE Superstar Shake-Up, not just for Raw and SmackDown, but for also 205 Live, NXT, and NXT UK. And that being said, I'm done. Thank you all for watching, and coming soon, I'll be doing Raw, SmackDown, 205 Live, NXT, and NXT reviews, what pertains to the aftermath, the aftermath results of the Superstar Shake-Up. Even though I already did Raw, SmackDown 1, and 205 Live, I just need to do the one with NXT and NXT UK. As a matter of fact, no, actually, I watched the shows, but I didn't get a chance to do the reviews yet. That's what I meant to say. But anyways, you get the picture. But yeah, with that being said, thank you for watching. It's the Natural Born Driller, saying peace on the streets.